On this episode, we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of a new tequila that come out. It is batch NueveUno, right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at doing a tasting review of a new tequila to hit the market. It is batch numero uno, and today we're going to look at the Blanco, the Reposado, and the Anejo. Yes. So before we talk about these, I do have some announcements I wanted to make. If you haven't noticed, the membership thing has changed on the channel. We're kind of adjusting things a little bit to make it less confusing for people, because people were confused about the level. So we're just making one level. It is the aficionado level right now. And with that level, you get full access to all the additional content that we post in the community area. That's just for members. So those of you that aren't members, you're not seeing some of the additional content. And also only the members can comment and ask questions during the live reviews. We'll still keep the Q&As open for subscribers. So anybody that subscribed can contribute. Excuse me, and be a part of that. Okay, also, some of you had asked for a Tequila Hombre, Tequila Police t-shirt. We have a design that's been released, and you can find the link for it in the description below. So if you're interested in getting involved in joining the channel, you can find the link below, as well as if you want to pick up one of the Tequila Police t-shirts. I think it looks really cool. Got a couple myself, and when they come in, I'll show you guys on a future episode. All right, so that being said, let's start talking a little bit about our new tequila, right? So I normally start out by telling you guys a little story about the brand. So the story about the brand is this was created out of NOM 1426. It is the Partida family that owns this distillery, right? The Partida family has been in the tequila industry for generations. And they're known as agaveros. They grow agave, and they are really good agaveros. They've been doing it for multiple generations. The tequila that comes out of 1426 is really good. It's always been really good. They've made the old Cabo Wabo. They make Zunia. They make a bunch of other things, and it is good quality stuff. Well, the gentleman that makes this tequila is also the master distiller. His name is Noemi. I think I said that right. Noemi Partida. And he made this batch to honor his grandfather, who was the one that basically built up their agave ranch and distillery. And it's called Rancho Miravalle is the name of the ranch and the where the distillery is. A beautiful place. I've yet to be there, but I've seen pictures. But I definitely want to go and check it out and meet the Partida family. So that's basically what this tequila is about. The name NueveUno is 9-1, and they basically named it this to honor the grandfather because he actually passed away when he was 91 years of age. So this is a very special batch, a very special tequila for them because it is honoring the dawn of their family, and they wanted to make sure that they honored him as well as honored the agave that they work so hard to grow and make sure that it's perfect and, do the whole agave thing. So let's not waste any more time though. Let's take a look at how this tequila is made. All right, so it comes out of NOM 1426, which is Agaves Unidos de Amatitan, which is owned by the Partida family. And the master distiller is Noemi Partida. Noemi Partida. Can't talk right today for some reason. They use Weber Blue agave that's all organic certified agave. It's grown organically from the valle, from the area of the tequila producing region. They use hornos or brick ovens to cook the agave. After it's uncooked, they then shred them up and use a roller mill to extract the sugars from the agave fibers. And then they take the most of the sugar, water, and they ferment it in stainless steel tanks. After it is done fermenting, they then twice distill it using stainless pot stills. And it is certified organic. It is also certified kosher, and it is also certified additive free. We love hearing that. All right. And that's what you want to do when you want to honor the agave. No additives, right? And we want to make sure that there's no harsh chemicals and stuff like that. So this is done right. Now the ferment and still price for the Blanco runs at $69.99. And I'll give you the prices on the other expressions as we talk about them before we taste them. All right, so there we go. That is how the tequila is made. So now let's get into the best part, the tasting portion, and see what this tequila is all about. Pop the cap on this. This cap on this is really cool. It says 1991, and it has an N and an I on it. And this thing is like metal. It's really a heavy metal lid. It's really solid. It's cool. They use an artificial cork, so you get a good seal on the bottle. It doesn't leak and won't have any evaporation on it. And actually, the bottle looks really cool too. It's a really nice bottle on it. Very well done. So we'll go ahead and pour some in my Denver and Liley glass, of course, which is my go-to glass for evaluating spirits. And if you were here for my tasting class, I kind of went over how to taste tequila, and so we follow those steps just like I do all the time. So I'm going to swirl it in the glass, let it open up a little bit, and then let's take a look at it in the glass. It coats the glass very nicely. You can see the pearls on there and the tears coming down the legs. So it looks really good. Looking at the tequila itself, it is crystal clear, looks beautiful. Already starting to salivate just from looking at it, right? You taste with all your senses. That's what we talked about. On the nose, really rich, ripe, cooked agave. So that means you're getting that beautiful sweet cinnamon, getting some cloves in there and some nutmeg. A little bit of brininess coming through. So it's a little like a salty brininess coming through from it. And a hint of citrus and fruit coming through on the nose as well. It smells really good. All right, so let's see how it tastes. We're going to do another sip too, because starts out with that beautiful sweet cooked agave. So you're getting this sweet cinnamon and baking spices coming through, followed by an interesting anise bitterness that comes through with it. Little bit of a brininess, a little bit of grassiness in there too. Hint of citrus. It's a pretty nice Blanco. It's pretty complex. There's more stuff in this. So I'm going to take another sip and see what else I can pull out of this. It's very easy to drink. Some really nice flavors in there. The anise bitterness is a little forward on this, but it really kind of balances out the really nice sweetness from the agave. And the bitterness kind of sits on the tongue for a little bit, but it's nice in that it's not cloying sweet. It's just the sweetness is still there. It's a nice Blanco. So how would I rate this? I'd give this one 4 agave. It's very sippable, very enjoyable. It's different than some of the other ones I've had before. I'd give it 4 agave. It's good. I like it. So is it worth $69.99 for a bottle? Yeah, absolutely. I would keep a bottle on my shelf just for something different from the other Blancos I have. This is more of a Valle, so it's got more of a minerality and stuff to it too. It's not as fruity and sweet as some of the Altos tequilas that I have that I enjoy, but it's very good. So I enjoy that. So I'm going to go ahead and that's a nice Blanco. All right, so let's take a look at the Reposado. The Reposado is basically the Blanco that's been put in barrels and aged for 8 months. Okay, so it's aged for 8 months in American oak barrels. I love these lids. This thing is like solid. That is like, it's like a really solid metal disc. This one might even be bronze. They're all bronze. I think they're bronze. I think it's a bronze top on it. All right, so let's take a look at this one in the glass. I don't want to pour too much because I'm going to be tanked by the time we're done with the anejo, probably. So this one sells for $89.99 on Ferment and Still for a Repo. Yeah, I know it's expensive, or a little more expensive, but it's also organic and kosher certified, and they use really ripe agaves. So these agaves are between 8 and 10 years old. They're not using immature agave for this. They're using and it's agave that's organic, so they don't use chemical fertilizers or insecticides on it, and it's certified kosher as well. So it's go through all these inspections and stuff in order to make sure they stick with those certifications. So then looking at this in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. Look at those tears and legs coming down the glass. It's very nice. Look at it. And then boom, see how it just kind of breaks there and then leaves the pearls on the glass. The color of this is kind of a light straw color. Looks crystal clear, looks beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. I'm going to clean my palate really quick because I still have some of the Blanco taste is still there. So it's got a nice long finish, which is nice. All right, let's see what we get on the nose on this. On the nose, you definitely still agave forward, so you're still picking up the sweet cinnamon and baking spices. Picking a nice fruitiness from this, like a pears, like pears or plums. Yeah, more like plums. And then vanilla and caramel are coming through on it as well. Vanilla is probably the stronger part with just a hint of caramel on the end of it. It smells really good though. So let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Wow. That is good. I actually like the Repo better than the Blanco right now. That is really good. So, that's really good. So I'm getting the cinnamon and baking spices up front from the really nice ripe cooked agave. And then it hits you with this really nice vanilla and then light caramel flavor mixed in. Hint of the oak bitterness in the middle of it just to balance things out. So it's not like, you can tell there's no additives in this thing. That's a beautiful Repo. Has a little bit of heat to it. So for those of you that are like, I don't like any heat in my tequila. Well, this is going to have a little heat, but it's great because the finish just sits there for a while and it carries through. Wow. This is a treat. It really is. I'm normally not much of a Repo person. I do like a good Reposado here and there. But this one, I can drink the crap out of this one. Excuse my French. Seriously, this is really good. Now, for those of you that don't know, This distillery is also the same one that makes the Zunia. And I've always been a big fan of the Zunia Repo. I like this one better than the Zunia Repo. It is really good. Really seriously good. So how would I rate this on the agave scale? This one gets a full 5 agave. This is probably one of my favorite reposados. So would I spend $89.99 for this? Absolutely. Absolutely. I could sit and drink this one for a while. I could actually enjoy a nice cigar with this as well. It is beautiful. That's seriously good. Now I could sit here and just get tanked while you guys watch, but I don't think that's what you really want to see. So I'll finish what's in the glass here. I am going to be visiting this when we're done. That was good. Oh my God, that's good. All right, so now let's take a look. I need to clean my palate first. Swish some water around until I'm not tasting anything anymore. I still have a little bit of the taste in there. All right. So I got a fresh, clean glass now. Denver Lightly glass. We'll go ahead and put the Anejo in here. Anejo. So this is aged for 2 years in American oak barrels. This one sells for $115.99. Yeah, it's kind of high for an Anejo, but one that is organic, kosher, got all those certifications, and you know they're using 8 to 10-year-old agave, which now during this agave crisis that we're having isn't cheap. And if you're willing to pay for quality, we'll see if this one hits the mark or not, right? I'm willing to pay for quality, so if it's good, I wouldn't mind paying $115 for a really good Anejo. This isn't going to be for somebody that just likes budget tequilas. I mean, honestly, it's not going to be cheap. All right, so looking at it in the glass, oh my God, look at those legs and teeth. I know you guys can probably taste this right now through your computer monitors or through your cell phones or iPads or whatever. Look at that. Doesn't that just make you salivate? Look at how beautiful that looks. Dripping down the glass. It's just silky. You know it's going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Look at the color. It is a nice, beautiful golden brown color. Crystal clear. It looks great. All right. So, oh my God. Oh, this one, I think. So on the nose on this, I'm getting beautiful, sweet cinnamon up front. I'm getting like maraschino cherry coming through on the nose. And then a rich, creamy vanilla nose there. And some like caramel cherry ash kind of notes on the finish on that, on the nose. I love sweet cherries. And for those of you that are members, you saw my my video I posted about the special concoction I make. It is so good, and you'll see when it comes out in a week. And for those of you that aren't members, you're not going to see it. So if you want to see this kind of stuff, make sure you join the membership. And you know, I'm also going to be doing some giveaways for the members too. So there's some cool stuff we're going to be giving away to the members. So make sure if you want to be included in all this stuff, you join the membership and be a part of the community, and you'll be involved in all that. Oh, this smells so good. So good. Yeah. Baking spices. I'm getting like cherry, sweet fruity cherryness to it. Vanilla, caramel, hints of chocolate in there as well. It smells beautiful. If this tastes as good as it smells, I think my voice might be changing, so we'll have to see. Mm. Oh, that is nice. So I'm getting baking spices and the cinnamon, beautiful sweet cinnamon up front. Hint of oaky bitterness following that. It does have a cherry-esque kind of middle to it. Like more like of a mix between like a Bing and a maraschino. So it's kind of a sweet, tarty kind of cherry in it. And then it hits you with vanilla and caramel on the finish. And just like a sweet, silky kind of caramel. Mm. Oh. I am going to destroy the crap out of this bottle. Well, this is not going to last long. If you're an añejo person, you seriously owe yourself this one. I'm seriously. And I know everyone's probably going, what is he talking? Just as anybody that's ever taken my recommendation where I've said, this is really good, grab one and try it. Have I ever disappointed you guys? When I said that about the Reposado barrel, when I said that about the single barrel extra añejo from Cascanes, this one I think is going to take the mark as being one of my favorite añejos. This is fantastic. It's fantastic. Oh, it drinks so easily too. Really nice flavors. You get a little hint of oak in there. Vanilla and caramel coming together to give you a beautiful finish on it. It's got the bitterness that carries it through too, so it's not overly sweet. You know, it's not going to be like you know, something that's been adulterated, where Clase Azul or something, where caramel and vanilla and stuff just override everything, and it's like drinking a liquid cupcake. It's not like that, okay? It does have a little bit of oaky bitterness in there that balances things out. It's a very well-balanced añejo, and this is special. So, Noemi, if you're watching this, you honored your grandfather well. This is really good. This is a 5 agave añejo for me. So I like the Reposado and the añejo better than the Blanco. So if I was to rate these on Tequila Matchmaker, which I probably will after this, I'll go in and rate them. I would give the Blanco an 80, probably. I would give the Repo an 88. And I'd give the añejo a 92. Yeah, a 92. It's that good. It's that good. It's really good. All right, so I'm not going to get trashed and drunk, which I really could, because after drinking this Repo,
I'm sorry, I meant añejo, baby. Oh, this añejo is... Oh, there it goes again. Oh, Lord, it goes again. What am I going to do? This añejo makes me want to sing, baby. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so now I pour another glass. Oh, what the hell? I can still answer questions and drink some more, right? You guys, I could sit here and tease you with this, you know? It's like, I could sit here and say, ooh, look at that. Oh, yeah. See what you're missing? But I won't. I won't do that. This is really good.
All right. All right, back to Marie. There you go. All right. So let's take a look at some of the questions here from some of our members who've joined and are part of the group. First of all, Chug and Sips, thank you so much for joining and welcome to the community. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. New member to the community. Hey, Todd. Hello. How are you, bud? Good to see you. And thank you again for being a member. Hey, Chug and Sips is in. You made it this time. Gary B here. Hey, Gary. Dude, so glad you can make it. Yes, JP, you made it this time. Always glad when you can make it. You're for watching me get tanked after the class, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that looked good, right? Stuff looks good. They did a good job. The Partita family always does a good job. I've always been happy with the stuff they've made. It's always been good. It's Friday, so Tanko. Okay, good. All right, yeah, there. You guys are witnessing it right now because I poured me another glass of the Anejo. So I'm going to work on this one, answering your questions and stuff. All right, so Monty says, considering organic, how does it compare to Diablito or 123 Tequila? Well, it's different than Diablito because Diablito is an extra añejo, and then it's aged in French oak. So this is American oak. So it's a different flavor profile where the 123 Diablito is more of a, it has more of a butterscotch mixed in there with chocolate and stuff, and it's aged for a year or more, 36 months, I believe it was. It is the Diablito is different, but how does this compare to the 123's añejo? The 123 añejo I like a lot, but I'm sorry, I have to give the edge to this one. I like this one better. I really do. It's got a different flavor profile, but this one I like better. And I love I love the 123 organic tequila line. It's great, but this Noemi made something really special here. This is really good. What's Ray Saul getting a little jealous here? Yeah, I know. Well, Ray Saul is always my top extra añejo. French oak extra añejo. It's not going anywhere. It's my top. And this one's different, but anytime I get something that tastes really, really good.
Like this, it changes my voice. It makes it, because I just want to sing. This is so good. And, I don't gush like this about a lot of things. You watch some of my
reviews and you'll see that, there's a few things I gush about, and this one is going to be one of them. So, yeah, it will never compare to Ray Saul. It's not, it's a completely different animal. French oak aged versus American oak aged. So, Ray Saul is a completely different animal. Yeah, it's completely different. Ray Saul's getting jealous here. Yeah.
Oh, Ray Saul, baby, you have no reason to be jealous, baby. You're still my number one when it comes to extra añejos. You know that. You are the one that makes me purr like a kitten and want to sing. Oh, yeah.
No reason for Ray Saul to be jealous. Yes. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Yes. I try to, tell the truth, honest, unbiased, opinions. And, this, NueveUno's earned a place in my heart. And, I've got a lot of tequilas. If you haven't noticed, here, let's share a little more. You got this whole case there. We got this whole case there. We got all those over there. And then over here, which the members are going to get to see, is the Closet of Mystery. Oops, I put my camera a little bit. The Closet of Mystery's got some really cool stuff in it. So even there, I've got a lot of things in this tequila den here, the Tequila Hombre Tequila Den, that are vying for a place in my heart. They're trying to find that spot in my heart where I want to consume them and make them a part of me. And this one is definitely one that's good. All right, so what is that? What okay time to order? Yes, it's on Ferment and Still now. We have stock. It is, I swear, when you guys try it, I want to hear you come back to me and say, oh yeah, This is good. I have never great, because that's what I want to do. I don't want to lead you guys astray. I never want to point you to something that I think you're not going to like. But you know, people have different flavor profiles. I like certain things. I have things that really hit my flavor profiles that I like. And when we match up, that's what's great. And so I'm glad that I've never led you astray, and I'd never want to lead anybody astray. I always want to make sure that I keep my reputation as somebody that's honest and unbiased intact. It's important to me, and it's important to me that I maintain your trust. So when I say something's good, that you guys feel comfortable and confident in purchasing it and trying it. And if I do ever, recommend something and you don't agree with me, let me know. Seriously, let me know. Let me know, hey, this one I think you're way wrong on it. I love hearing other people's opinions, and I'd love to hear if I've steered you wrong. And if so, I apologize if you didn't like it. But I am, like I said, being honest and true. I have never heard you use the voice on anything but Ray Saul, so call me yeah, I've never used that on anything but the Ray Saul Extra Neo, because
Ray Saul. Oh yeah. But this Anejo, it's got a place in the corazon, my heart, baby. American Oak, Añejos, you're in there, baby. You're in there, NueveUno. You're part of my heart now. So what's in here? Well, we have the Coscanes Single Barrel Extra Anejo in here. Mm-hmm. And I sing sweet, sweet songs to that one. We have Ray Saul. Oh, yeah, Ray Saul. Oh, she's my boo. Ray Saul's my boo. And that has a part in my heart, too. So 2 extra Anejos. And now, this Anejo, it's got a part in my heart. And I'm going to sing sweet, sweet songs to it when I'm done with this live stream.
There you go. Oh, God. Would this Anejo be a dessert or an appetizer? Oh, that's an interesting question. I don't think it would be a dessert type of, I mean, I normally leave like, I normally like extra añejos, like the sweeter extra añejos for dessert tequilas. So like for me, a dessert tequila would be like the Casa San Matias Gran Reserva, which for $50, it's a steal. I mean, it's really good. And it's a great, for those people that friends of yours and stuff that like 1942, that you're like, oh God, no, stay away from that. Give them the San Matias Gran Reserva for $50. It's 1/3 the price of 1942, and they'll be like, oh my God, that's so good, because it has that beautiful French oak sweetness in it. So this is more of like a, how would I drink this? Okay, let's talk about that. How would I drink this? I would drink this as an afternoon sipper, definitely, with a cigar. I could sit on the back patio, and if you guys see my pictures on Instagram, I could sit on the back patio with a nice cigar and sip this and smoke a nice medium-bodied cigar with this and be fine. I could have this as a sipper in the afternoon just by itself without the cigar, just sitting here watching the U.S. Olympics. And I can actually sip this as a dessert añejo too if I wanted to. Something after dinner, after dinner, drink, after dinner nightcap. It works for all of those, but it's not, super sweet where I would call it a dessert tequila. It's very well balanced. If I was to say, okay, what are the perfect dessert tequilas to look at?
Of course, extra Ray Saul would be there, baby. Oh yeah, that's so sweet and beautiful. And I rub its face, And I look her in the eyes and I say, Resol, I love you.
So there's Resol. And I normally go towards the sweeter, naturally sweet, not additive sweet tequilas for desserts. All right. Gotta not get carried away. Sorry, guys. I'm feeling a little buzzed right now. Promised my wife I wouldn't order another tequila until September after the Resol purchase, but I have to order a bottle ASAP. Thanks for the yeah. Just what does your wife drink? That's what I found the key is. Okay, my wife. I love my wife so much. She is like the best person. I love her with all of my heart. She is my best friend. She is my partner in life. I love her so much, okay? But she does not like my tequila collection that much. Matter of fact, she walks in and she looks around my office and she says,
"Oh my God, this is so disgusting. Why would somebody need so many tequilas? There's no way a human being could drink this much tequila in a lifetime. This is disgusting."
And she turns around and she walks out the door. And I'm like, honey, I love you.
Yeah, whatever, just, oh, that's so disgusting.
Of course, I do have close to probably over 600 tequilas now, here 600 bottles of agave spirits. I wouldn't just say tequila, agave spirits sitting here in this den. So yeah, what I do is I find this works for me. So this is my piece of advice for you is when my wife comes in and goes,
"Oh my God, this is disgusting,"
that next time I go out to the liquor store and I'm looking to buy another bottle to add to the collection, I pick up a bottle for her. Now, my wife likes Rombauer Chardonnay. So it's a $30, $35, $40 investment that is worth it. So I pick up a bottle of Rombauer, I bring it home and I go, honey, I bought you something.
"Oh, you bought that for me?" "Yes."
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
"Oh, that is so kind. Go ahead and put it in the fridge."
Okay, honey, I will. Thank you. And I put it in the fridge and she's like,
"Oh, thank you so much for picking me a bottle of Rombauer."
And I go, you're welcome, honey. And after that, I'm gold. So just do a little something for her. And then you spending a little money on some additional tequila like that won't be a problem. That's a little marriage advice from the Tequila Hombre. Although I probably shouldn't be giving marriage advice. What's the difference between aging in American oak and French oak? Also, which was the Cascanas XA aged in? Cascanas was aged in American oak. The difference between American oak and French oak is basically the flavor of the wood. French oak tends to have more of a sweeter flavor profile to it. So you'll tend to find that the flavors that you get from French oak are more on the sweeter side. It tends to have a butterscotch-ish kind of flavor to it, where with American oak, you get more of a vanilla and caramel and maybe sometimes a dark chocolate, depending on how charred the barrel is when they use it. But with French oak, it tends to be more butterscotch, vanilla, and it's on the sweeter side, just naturally from the wood. So that's the difference between the two. So if you try, you can, for example, if you want to see the kind of the difference, pick up a bottle of Casa San Matias Gran Reserva. It's a skinny black bottle. You can find it for $50, okay, for an extra añejo. Great deal on it. It's one of the top selling extra añejos in the country and in Mexico. It's actually a very sells a lot as well. And in Mexico, it's a mixto. It's not 100% agave, and it's one of the best mixtos I've ever had. As much as people talk about hating mixtos, there's two mixtos that I would buy when I go to Mexico, and that is El Tequileño's mixto and Casa San Matias is a mixto. And we'll get more into those when I'm on my trip in Mexico For the members, you guys will kind of get an inside scoop on some of that stuff when I'm at El Tequileno and at Casa San Matias. It'll be some cool stuff you guys will see. So the difference is the wood that they use. The French oak is different, and then American oak and the flavor profile that you get, where it tends to be more sweeter. So I encourage people to try American oak and try French oak aged tequilas, and you'll see the difference between the two. Just don't tell her. I don't tell my husband for a while. Thankfully, another couple we hand with enjoy tequila as well. Yeah. Well, I don't hide things from my wife. I've learned about that in the past. The whole idea that no matter what you think you can hide from her, she'll find out type of thing. With my wife, it's true. It's true. She'll find out. So I find honesty is the best policy. So I just say, honey, I have some more tequila coming, and I love you. And I have some Rombauer coming too. And then things aren't so bad. You have more tequila than most. Yeah, I do. Matter of fact, I have a tequila selection that most liquor stores would be jealous of. But not that I'm boasting about it. I don't sell it, so I don't have to stock a case of it or buy it a case at a time. I just can buy it at a bottle at a time. So, but yeah, I haven't updated my account yet. I don't know. I have a whole floor down here filled with tequila bottles that's been stocking up from new brands that people are sending me for reviews. So you guys are going to get some views into some new stuff that's coming out too. So make sure you look. For the members, you guys got an insight into a new brand that's coming in. So you guys will see another one next week. This is a new brand that was sent to me for review, and I'm glad they sent it to me. It was provided for unbiased review. Yeah. Teacher needs a big library. Yeah, and the students, well, yeah, okay, a teacher needs a... can you tell my wife that? That would help a lot if you could explain to her, well, he's teaching us and he needs to have... I don't think she'll buy it, though. All right, so good question from Todd Gilbert. How does that añejo fit with some of my favorites? It fits very well. It does. Now, I'm going to get into some old school favorites as well for the members that joined. You guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about hunting and going over some bottles to look for that are available. And some people that are in California, Southern California, I can even give you some places where you might be able to find some of these as well. But we're going to get into some more things for the membership on hunting that I'll tell you a little bit about some old brands that aren't being made anymore that you can still find that are good. But this one, as far as what's available today, and añejos, it ranks up there. I mean, if I had to try to think, I hate trying, and you guys know I hate trying to rank things like what's my top and what's my top 5, because all of them have different flavor profiles, and there's there's different ones that I like for different reasons. This one, hold on a second. I need to refresh my memory.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Memory refreshed. All
right, so how would I rate this? Oh, God, that's so good. Seriously. I don't. I think the last time I said, I put this up with the recent reviews that I've done. I'd put this up there with the Corrido. But the Corrido's got more of that fruitiness because it's got it's aged in wine barrels as well. This añejo is spectacular, you guys. I would even say that it's probably, for those of you that like, extra añejos, this might even fit the bill for that too. I don't know where they got these barrels from or what kind of barrels they used as far as whether it's a certain brand of bourbon or something. I need to ask Noemi. I'll find out. I'll try to find out for you guys. But this is special. It is. Wow. It is special. So yeah. If you're a Blanco drinker, the Blanco's good. It's good. I gave it 4 agave. It's good. But the Repo, for those of you that just like, I'm a Repo person, the Repo is really good. And for those of you that are añejo and extra añejo people, this might even, after 2 years, right? After 2 years, really appeal to an extra añejo person as well. Seriously, with the flavor profile it has. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can connect with Noemi and let him know and send him a link for this review. He did this justice. If I was to say, hey, look, tequila producers out there, you think we want sweet stuff? No, we don't. Okay, for any of you that are watching this that add vanilla and caramel and aguamel to the tequila afterwards, this is what we want. Stuff like this. If you can do this, then we will be very happy and you will earn a spot in our heart. And we won't have to send the tequila police after you. I don't think that's too much to ask. Do you guys? So people always say, well, yeah, everyone should drink what they want to drink. Yeah, sure. Drink what you want to drink. But why would you want to put man-made flavors in your mouth, in your tequila, in your body, when you can have something that's natural, right? It's made right. Focus on the good stuff, right? We gotta lift people like this up. People that are making the good stuff. We have to lift them up, and we have to let people know about this so they can know you can have beautiful flavored profiles without using artificial flavoring to do it. We don't need man-made flavors. Nature gives us some great flavors. And if you do things right, you can have wonderful flavors in your tequila. And you don't need salt. You don't need lime. You don't need to do shooters. You don't need to do all this stuff that people do. And you don't need to argue with people when they try to tell you, look, try some of the new stuff. Yeah, sure, you like Hornitos and you like diffuser stuff. But they don't care. They don't care. They really don't. If they cared, when they tasted the crap that came out of diffusers, they go, I can't serve this to somebody. When I made beer, for my competitions, when I was a home brewer, if you guys watched the last video, you saw that I'm a home brewer, right? And I take great pride in the beer that I gave to my friends and to my neighbors and to my family members. And I entered in competitions. And I've got a wall full of ribbons and stuff for the awards that I won. Because when I put out a beer, if it tasted off and there was something wrong with it, I didn't add flavoring to it to make it more palatable for people and put it in a bottle and send it off to people. I dumped it. Yeah, it cost money, but it's a representation of you that's in that bottle. So yeah, I understand. You guys some people love the Clase Azul. They love the sweet stuff. They love the adulterated stuff because it tastes sweet and it tastes good. It's not natural. Okay. It's like buying a Pappy, a bottle of Pappy, People spend thousands of dollars on Pappy and they won't pour it into a glass and then add sugar and vanilla flavoring to it. Why do it to your tequila, right? Enjoy what comes naturally from it. And if you find the good stuff, the stuff where people care and people want to honor something that lived 8 to 10 years of its life just to sacrifice itself to provide you a happiness of being a distilled beverage, respect it. I'm sorry, my passion's kind of leaking through now, and I'm getting kind of crazy and over the top, but I love tequila. I love agave spirits, mezcals and stuff. And I want you guys to experience the kind of joy and happiness that a well-made mezcal or well-made tequila or well-made soto or well-made raicilla or well-made bacanora can provide for you. And so I have the avenue to do that, and I'm I want to share this stuff with you guys. So this tequila is wonderful. I highly recommend it. I recommend picking up a bottle and trying it, and let me know what you think when you do. Okay, it's on ferment and still. It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's $115.99 for the añejo. But I would put this above some extra añejos I've tried that were around that same price. All right, so before we call it quits, is there any more questions from our members? You guys, thank you so much for joining the community. I appreciate you. I appreciate you supporting what I do, and I vow to really do some great content. And we're going to do some giveaways for you guys too. We're going to get you in on some samplers. I've got some sample bottles of some stuff that we're going to be giving away to the members that some brands have sent me, so you guys can taste along with me on future reviews and stuff. We got all kinds of really cool stuff that we're going to be doing. Monday, we're still doing our Q&A, so I look forward to seeing you all then. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a review, and so I'll announce on Monday what that review is going to be. And afterwards, for members only on Wednesday, I've got a special treat for you guys. I'm going to have a mezcalero with us for a live chat where you guys are going to learn a little more about mezcal and soto and stuff than you probably wanted to. No, seriously, you'll learn some great stuff. The gentleman that I have is extremely passionate and extremely great, and you guys are going to learn a lot, and I'm looking forward to you meeting him. He's a friend of mine. We've become good friends. Hey, Shaman, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Finder's fee. You placed an order for you. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, and I can't wait. It'll ship really quick, so I can't wait when you get it. Let me know like Monday, okay, what you think. Actually, you probably won't get it till Wednesday, so let me know on Wednesday what you think about it, okay? I'm serious. It is something that's special. So, like I always say, I love you guys for supporting the channel. I love my members, and I'm going to do whatever I can to give you as much information I can so you guys can make informed decisions on your purchases and you don't make some of the mistakes I did when purchasing tequila and having to figure out what to do with stuff after you tasted it and said this is awful. Until next time, like I always say, have a fantastic weekend, you guys. Be safe, be healthy, and until Monday for our Q&A, life is too short to drink bad tequila, so NueveUno will fit the bill of being a good one. Salud. Bye, you guys. Comment below and stuff. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not a subscriber, so you can be in on the next live feeds and stuff and get notifications when they're posted. And more importantly, don't forget to give me a like for the information I shared, okay? Love you guys. Bye.